the Strait of Hormuz is extremely important because it is considered a choke point in the world's supply chain, especially for oil. Think of it like your throat. If someone blocks your throat, your entire body stops functioning. In the same way, the world has certain choke points, and the Strait of Hormuz is one of the most critical. If anything happens there, the global supply chain, particularly oil supply, gets severely disrupted. The Strait of Hormuz connects the Persian Gulf to the Indian Ocean. On one side lies Iran, and on the other side are Oman and the UAE. If this strait were to be blocked, 5 major countries would not be able to export their oil to the world: Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Iraq, UAE, and Kuwait. That's why the Strait of Hormuz is one of the most strategically important waterways in the world. The Strait of Hormuz holds immense strategic value for Iran. The entire northern coastline of the Persian Gulf, from beginning to end, is controlled solely by Iran, while the southern side is shared by 7 countries: Iraq, Kuwait, Qatar, UAE, Oman, Bahrain, and Saudi Arabia. The entrance of the Persian Gulf is called the Strait of Hormuz. Near the Strait of Hormuz, Iran's coastline forms a V-shaped structure, which allows Iran to control this area from 3 sides more effectively. Because of this geography, it has always been relatively easier for Iran to block the Strait of Hormuz at this point. By doing so, it can exert pressure not only on Gulf countries but on the entire world, because around 20% of the world's oil, along with 90% of Qatar's LNG, and about 5% of the global economy, depend on this critical waterway. It's also important to understand that these Arab countries act like a backbone for the economy. Within the Persian Gulf, there is a relatively small region around Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, and Qatar. In the waters above this area lies a massive gas field, known as the world's largest offshore natural gas field, which is shared by Iran and Qatar. Beneath the seabed are vast reserves of natural gas. Of these known reserves, about 60% belongs to Qatar and 40% to Iran. However, due to Iran's relatively outdated machinery, it is not able to drill and extract gas as efficiently as Qatar. Qatar, on the other hand, has advanced technology and skilled experts, allowing it to extract much larger quantities of gas. Qatar processes this gas by refining and compressing it into liquid form, LNG, and then exports it via tankers. This is why Qatar is the world's largest exporter of LNG. In the northeast of Qatar, there is Ras Laffan port. This area sits above a massive portion of the gas field beneath the Persian Gulf, containing trillions of cubic meters of gas. Millions of cubic units of gas are extracted daily from this field, processed at Ras Laffan, and then exported to the rest of the world. There are more than 100 islands in the Persian Gulf, most of which are under Iran's control. 3 important islands near the Strait of Hormuz are disputed between Iran and the United Arab Emirates. These include Greater Tunb, Lesser Tunb, and Abu Musa, all currently controlled by Iran. Greater and Lesser Tunb are closer to Iran, while Abu Musa is nearer to the UAE coast. Historically, these islands were administered by Ras Al Khaimah and Sharjah. In 1971, before the British withdrawal, Iran took military control of the Tunb Islands. In the case of Abu Musa, an agreement was reached between Iran and Sharjah. Later, Iran strengthened its full control over Abu Musa and restricted UAE access. Iran claims ownership based on historical grounds, while the UAE argues based on international law and administrative control. This dispute remains unresolved to this day. And tensions around the Strait of Hormuz never fully disappear. But the real point is, this is not just a regional conflict. This is a choke point through which the world's energy flows. And even the smallest disruption here can impact the entire global economy. Oil, gas, trade, everything depends on this single route. And that's why the Strait of Hormuz is not just a waterway. but the most important lifeline of the modern world. If you found this video informative, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss our next videos about the world around us.